Good morning, party people. It's Sunday morning and I'm exhausted from all the gardening work I did yesterday. I think I went to sleep at 5, but anyway, I've been doing a lot of research on YouTube and the interwebs about white Carolina Pineberries, so just flash you blocks. So these are from Tractor Supply. I've been wanting to get them for a while, and at this price I was like, let's try it. So once I brought them home, I was like, so when I first looked at them, I looked in the box and then I pulled out the first bag and it said Eversweet. I'm like, well, that's weird because it's white Carolina Pineberry. So apparently if you go to Tractor Supply and you buy white Carolina Pineberry, it comes with, air quotes, free Eversweet strawberries. So I think there's 10 plants in here, and a lot of people have been complaining that their Tractor Supply plants have not been vigorous. So the first thing I would recommend, which is the thing I never do, which I'm trying to do today, is as soon as you get them home, open them up and look at them. Usually they end up in a box and then I forget about them, and then I come back like a month later and I'm like, oh, I forgot to plant these. I know I'm not alone. So anyway, these have some pretty nice growth on them, decent sized roots. So we have 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, 6. This one's not as vigorous root system, but 7. Let's see if I can change the, no, let's see. Sorry, 7, 8. This one's a little smaller too, 9, and what's happening here? There we go. 10. So that's the Eversweet strawberries. I believe those are ever-bearing, but I did not read the box. So now let's dump out the actual thing that we tried to buy. White Carolina. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. I am so tired, people. I'm ready for bed again. I think I'm gonna do like yoga for gardeners right now. I was digging in T-posts yesterday for my blackberry and raspberry trellis. So, all right, well, I see signs of life, so that's good. But again, I heard mixed reviews about these. I think there's supposed to be like 5 plants in here. Let's see. Let me gingerly take off the rubber band. Let's see, what does it say? It has a growing guarantee. So right here, if you see, product must be purchased before June 1st, sales receipt and UPC required. For refund, go to this web address. So if you do purchase anything from Tractor Supply from this company, I believe it's DeGroot Platinum Performers. They probably all have the same guarantee. So save your receipt. Here, quantity 10 plants. And again, it doesn't mention anything about having Eversweet in here, so, because I was like, that's weird, because I wanted to see why there were 2 bags in there. And I kind of wanted to feel to see if they felt like dry or crumbly, or like how the medium felt, because they're in those opaque plastic bags, so it's hard to see. So anyway, yeah, so it says that there's 10 plants. More than one YouTuber has tried these and reported that they had like nothing grow, or that they only had, like 1 plant grow, or that they only had 5 plants or something. So I don't really know. Soak plant in water a few minutes before planting. Basically, separate the crown out. So when you plant these, sorry, I'm like all over the place because I can't focus. When you plant strawberries, again, I haven't planted strawberries really, but you want to tease the roots out and like mound them out so that they are spreading out in all different directions because you want them to be kind of like flat like this. And so the roots will spread out and run. If they're runners. I don't know if Eversweets are runners, so if you want to comment, you can. So let's check out what's growing here. All right, so these are the pine berries. We got one. Let's see. Two. They're definitely not as rooty as the Eversweets. Oh, look at this one. That's some root you got there, buddy. So that's two. Let's see. Trying to be ginger about the gingerly. This one doesn't have that much, it doesn't have any white growth on it, but it's feeling pretty healthy. I don't even really know where the crown is. Is this the crown on top? I guess this was an old stem. Yeah, that looks about right. Here's some leaves, if you can see. But yeah, so this one has to be, this one doesn't have any growth, like new growth on it. What was that, 3? Sorry, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Yeah, these are definitely smaller. So this one's 4. And again, much smaller than the other ones. We got this one, which is 5. This one looks pretty good. Got 2 together. 6, this one's got some nice growth on it. 7, again, very spindly. 8, good root growth, but not great. Doesn't have a nice chunky start on it. So this is 8. All right, so we do have 10 in here that are sprouting. And again, right now it is like January 30th. 9, this one looks good. And 10. So what I think I'm gonna do with these, outside I have a grow bag that's like really big. I have like a 200-gallon grow bag, a 100-gallon grow bag, a couple of 50-gallon grow bags. So I think what I'm gonna do, they've been fallow for a year, I have to admit. Like, I've sucked at growing things this year, or last year, so at least annuals and things in the grow bags. So this year I think what I'm gonna do is use them kind of as my nursery, since they all have like nice potting soil mixed with compost in them. And I think I'm just gonna like throw them in the ground, throw a bunch of straw on top of them. I mean, not in the ground, in the big, oh my God, I cannot speak. Throw them in the grow bag, throw some straw on top of them, and call it a day. Because honestly, the longer these wait to go in the ground, I feel like the worse it's gonna be. So I'm in zone 8A. Hi, Stormy. I'm in zone 8A, and so our winters, we pretty much, I mean, our average probably is like, our average low is probably between the 30s and maybe like the high 20s. Like, we don't get that many days below 10. I think I can count on one hand like how many days we weren't allowed to go outside with school because it was below 10 degrees. So we don't really get too much like 0-degree weather. And honestly, like, I have kale and all kinds of things growing outside right now that are winter or frost tolerant. So I think if I insulate these pretty good with some straw and throw them out now, like, the faster I get them in the ground, the more success I think I'll have than trying to like take care of them inside and baby them. So maybe another day I'll show that video, or maybe I'll connect the two, who knows, I'm not very tech savvy. But yeah, there's that. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll follow up with you guys later. Happy digging.